Fam, what's going on, y'all? It's Fetty G, baby, with SSK Kennels, fam. It's Friday. We feeling good. We living good. That's my brother calling me, but I'm going to call you right back, JR. I see you calling, fam. Listen, fam, today going to be a good goddamn day. Snatch them cheeks. Snatch them sheets. I just goddamn cheeks, and let's get to it this morning, fam. Listen, y'all. Y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, fam. Please, we are trying to get to 30,000 subscribers by the end of October. All right, the end of October, we want to be at 30,000. Fam, listen, Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. we are going live for questions and answers. I am no longer accepting questions via phone call, via text message. If you got questions, get on the live Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right, right before football. So after that, y'all can go ahead, get your beer, get your whoop whoop, and go. All right, fam, listen. What I want to talk to y'all about in this video is when you in this game of breeding dogs, fam, you got to go through the growing pains. And some of those growing pains are not always running to the vet. Now, I'm not telling you to not take your dog to the vet. I'm just saying in some cases, fam, you have to be cautious. You got to know when to go, when not to go. In the beginning, you might have to go more frequently. You might have to go more often because you're uneducated. You don't know as much. Get online, get some books, get on YouTube, get on Google. Do as much homework as you can. Watch videos like this to learn as much as you can. Nobody can want it for you, fam. You got to want it. You got to be able to want to figure it out. You got to be able to want to make it happen. So now Jamel calling me. I'm going to call you back. So, I was just talking to someone the other day about taking their dog to the vet. Fam, listen, sometimes you got to take them to the vet because sometimes, okay, dog acting weird or whatever the case is, right? And you giving them medicine for coccidia. You giving the dog medicine for parvo. You giving the dog medicine for infection. We don't know what's going on. So we just giving the dog everything, hoping that one of these work. Well, there's pros and cons to that. Some of this medication can coincide with whatever's going on with the dog and actually cause the dog to go backwards. That's the first one. And then the second thing that can happen is you just wasting medicine. This medication is expensive, y'all. Cephalexin, amoxicillin, penicillin, the green juice, Albon, all of these different metronidazole, all of these different medications that you're going to give your dog, fam, they are expensive. So you don't want to just be wasting medication, giving your dog this, giving your dog that. So sometimes it's better to just grab your dog, go to the vet, see what's going on. And when you go to the vet, I encourage everybody to ask questions at the vet. If your vet is one of those vets that, and let me know in the comments if you got a vet like this. If your vet take your dog, go in the back, do everything, and then bring the dog back to you. If you got a vet like that, fam, in my opinion, find a new vet. You want to be able to go back there to see what's going on, what they doing, what they giving the dog, what's the first thing they do, what's the second thing they do. And you need to remember these things. Write it in your phone, write it on the notepad, so that way you can say, okay, last time my dog did this, the first thing the vet did was check the dog temperature. When this happened, the first thing my dog did was check the dog gums for I forgot what it's called. Capillary, whatever it's called, but check the dog gums to see if the dog dehydrated. Check the dog pupils to see if they, what is the vet doing? Look at these things so you have an idea and ask questions. Hey doc, what you doing right now? Oh, I'm checking for to see when I press the gum, does it get pink right away after? Does it stay white? You get what I'm saying? Ask the vet questions. Hey vet, I see you checking the temperature. What is that? Oh, this is a thermometer. Whoop, you can get it at such and such. Well, what's a dog normal temperature? A dog normal temperature is around, 100 degrees or 99 degrees, 101, something like that. Okay, if your dog temperature get to 102, you want to be asking these questions to know what this is how you learn. If your vet just take your dog in the back, do whatever he's doing, and then bring him back to you, you'll never learn. Then you keep spending money. I don't care what you're doing. The goal is not to just be spending. You want to cut down on your overhead, fam. So anything that you can do, do it. Now, if it's going to cost you more money to do it yourself than letting somebody else do it, then of course, go ahead and let somebody else do it. But don't just be out here saying, oh, I got to go to the vet for this. I got to go to the vet for that. But in some cases, fam, you have to go to the vet. But this is how you learn. This is how you learn what's going on with the dog. When the dog does this, even when you go in there for a progesterone test, right? Some of y'all, a progesterone test is to determine when your dog is ready to breed, when she's at what level is she on in her heat cycle, right? When is she at the peak of ovulation, right? So it's like a scale. As the dog go in heat, it goes, then it starts to go up, then it might spike. That's the peak of ovulation. That's when you want to breed. Then it'll start to taper and go down, fade out, and then it'll go out. That's the dog heat cycle. Sideways, up, down, back out, dog out of heat. So when you're doing a progesterone test and you go back there and they drawing your dog blood, ask the doctor, hey, doc, what you doing? Look at when they draw the blood, how they doing it. They putting a tourniquet on. They, you get what I'm saying? What are they? Ask questions. When you going in for the progesterone test, hey, doc, what is the number we looking for? All machines have different numbers. So your vet, my machine might say, hey, start breeding at a 3. My vet machine might say, hey, start breeding at a 10. Hey, they vet machines say, hey, start breeding at a 15. All of these progesterone machines are different. So you got to know which one is which and how, what's what. But again, it goes back to asking questions when you go to the vet. If I'm finna go into the vet, fam, and I'm finna give y'all $3, $4, $5, $7, $1,500, I'm asking all the goddamn questions I can ask. I'm sorry, but I am. Because I need to learn some of this. I'm not only paying for y'all to service my dog, but I'm paying for that knowledge. I'm paying for that moment so I can grasp everything as I can, put it in here, so now I can take it, study it, process it, break it down, evaluate it, and I can learn from this and make me better. Going to the vet is damn near like going to college for 30 minutes. You get what I'm saying? You want to learn as much as you can while you're in there. Now, that's a progesterone test. When you're doing a reverse progesterone test, now a reverse progesterone test is to tell you when your female is about to have puppies. The lower the number get, the closer she is to having puppies. Usually, you do not want to pull puppies if you're doing a C-section. You do not want to pull puppies anything above a 3. If your dog is at a 3.1 or higher, I wouldn't pull them. Now, with these numbers, progesterone test and reverse progesterone test, you need to know that these numbers can spike quickly. So today you might go do a progesterone test, and let's say the ideal number to breed is a 12, right? For this machine. You take her to the vet Thursday, she at a 3. You take her to the vet Saturday, she's at a 9, right? And then you take her to the vet again Sunday, and then she's at a 18. You're like, what the hell? Things like that can happen. You can also go to the vet, and they can say, you go Thursday, she's at a 6. You go Saturday, she at a 6. You go Monday, she at a 6. You go Tuesday, and she had a goddamn 19. And you like, how they do that? Numbers spike. So you got to know, not only based off this progesterone machine, you got to know your dog. You got to know how many days it's been. You got to know, is she bleeding? Is she not bleeding? All of these things you got to take into consideration as a whole to make a decision on how to move forward with this. You get what I'm saying, fam? You can't just say, oh, the progesterone said this. Progesterone is a bad boy. Now, don't get me wrong. And reverse progesterone. But these numbers can spike. So what happened if you was at a 666 and you didn't breed, and then you check and she's at a 20? Now you rushing. You might have to pay for a surgical, or you got to pay. You get what I'm saying? 666, that third 6, I'm breeding. Especially if she's receptive to the male doing the natural. If she's flagging, she's doing anything, I'm going to go ahead and breed to be safe. Because I'd rather have semen in the dog than to not have semen in the dog. If I don't put semen in the dog can't get pregnant. If I put semen, it's a possibility the dog can get pregnant. So you got to know these things. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to go to the vet to learn. It costs to know these things sometimes. And the reason I'm saying You don't always want to go to the vet. If you know how to give your puppy shots, fam, to me, in my opinion, don't go to the vet. It's a waste of money. You know how to do it already. Give your puppies their own shots. If you know how to cut your dog nails, don't go to the vet. Save the money. Cut your own dog nails. If you know how to bathe your dog, don't go to the vet or go to Tractor Supply or Pet Supermarket. Bathe your own dog. Sometimes you got to go out. Oh, man, I'm in a rush. I got last minute. Whoop, whoop. I might call one of my friends that I know that's close by. Say, hey, bro, look, I'll pay you to bathe my dog real quick. I'm doing this, and this. I can't get to it. Can you do it? Yeah, how much? All right, come do it. Certain times you got to, because it would have cost me more money for me to do it myself because I'm losing this, and this versus me just paying somebody to do it. So you got to know as an entrepreneur, as a business person, as a hustler, you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them. You got to know when to go to the vet, when not to go to the vet, when to pay, when not to pay, and when I say not to pay, don't be out here scamming no goddamn body, all right? So you got to know these things, fam. And yeah, so should you take your dog to the vet? You got to be the judge of that. In some cases, you got to go to the vet. You just don't know what's going on. You get what I'm saying? But I would say most times if something is off with your dog, first always start with checking your dog's temperature. Get a little thermometer, put a little bit of Vaseline, some lube or something on it, go into the anal gland and see what's going on. Check the dog temperature. Dog temperature 102, 103, 104 is high, something ain't right. And then you kind of go from there. But again, fam, I just really wanted to make this video. Should you take your dog to the vet, yes or no? It's hard to say. It all depends on your knowledge, what you know, what you don't know, how comfortable you is with some of this stuff. You get what I'm saying? How do you know how to draw blood? Let's say, all right, so for example, right, where I go to get my progesterone test at, I don't have to bring my dog. I could just go in my backyard, draw the dog blood, bring the blood up there, and leave. And they'll call me in 10, 15, 30 minutes and say, hey, Fetty, your numbers was bop, 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 bop. All right, cool, I'm done. But do you know how to draw blood? Yes or no? I don't know. That's something that you got to learn. So, fam, I love y'all. I hope this video helped y'all in some way, some form, fashion. Let me know in the comments if it did. I'm out of here. I'm going to see y'all in the next one, baby. Yeah.